Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Amazing Super Short Review. I don't know, it's not going to be that, but I just wanted to say that. Anyway, today we're going to talk about the SH Figuarts PORTGAS D Ace from One Piece. Now, this will be a little impromptu because I came off shooting something else to shoot something else to come back to this because I forgot to do the video. And yeah, I just kind of left them posed and happy like this, and I probably shouldn't have, but we're going to talk about how awesome this guy is. Like, this guy is beautiful and nice. And honestly, my only gripe is that, and I'm going to get straight to it, the only gripe that I have is going to be that this part right here, that extra articulation they added, sometimes feel a little bit wobbly, like it's not a strong joint, but that extra level of mobility literally says and does everything. This is probably one of the most articulated and fantastic figures I've ever held, and I'm beyond ecstatic to talk about it. Besides the fact that I am a casual One Piece fan, and by casual, I've only watched like 800 episodes. So, yeah, I gotta say, man, this ace is phenomenal. But before we do anything, first things first, because I left him a certain way, I am actually going to just outright take off his jacket and talk about what we have on and go through stuff a little differently. So, I'm gonna actually move his bracelet. And yeah, man, if you didn't order this, I gotta say you are extremely missing out. And it's crazy because I have the Sentinel one, and I gotta say this one is still better, right? I'm not even gonna attach the hands back. Just gonna leave the hat on, and we're gonna talk about Ace. Look, straight up, even if you just stood him up, right? He's tall, beautiful sets of articulation. You can actually see where a lot of the joints are, where they seem and feel different. But I gotta say, man, this is outright a beautiful figure. The tattoo doesn't have a hunchback. You can see all the literal parts of articulation. You can see the parts that cause the butterfly joint, the ab crunch, the midsection crunch, and the lower balls. Like, it's really all there. Like, head articulation, we can go up, we can go down, we can tilt left and right for plenty of expression. As you can see, the legs are getting bow-legged there. Our arms, this is what's beautiful, right? In the arms, you can hit the normal pose, right? You have your literally leverage across, but I don't know if you can see it folding up and down to allow for more expression. That way, when I rotate it, look at that extra little bit of, like, look at that. That is utterly beautiful, and I do mean beautiful. Now, as far as our ab crunch goes, we have a rotating torso. Hi, Riley. Yes, buddy. You can't come in one door and try to leave out the other. Sorry about that, guys. Come here, buddy. So as you can see here, we have a beautiful sets of articulation here, looking utterly stunning. Like, I gotta say, like, that coupled with the leg articulation allows it to be so beautiful. Like, I'm not even joking. Look at this. Voila, paza. Boom. Excellent articulation. Then we have a ball joint inside, because they made that mistake with Luffy, and they made it rubbery and soft. This is truly what I consider a premium figure. This is out of this world. Now, we also have generous tilt and ankle pivot, as well as toe hinge. So again, there's even the thigh swivel inside there. So you literally have two sets of swivel, which will allow for premium movement. Buddy, I'm coming. Give me 1 second. So now, look. Oop. We're going to get to that in a second. You stay there. Look at this. Like, oh, that wasn't supposed to happen. But either way, we're going to sit down and talk about it. But I got to say, this is easily one of the most articulated figures there will ever be. And it's crazy that we don't get more premium sets of things like this. Like, outright, I gotta say, it is probably the most articulated One Piece figure there is, even more so than the Sentinel. Sentinel has a lot of close points to it, but Sentinel was also done, what, 12 years ago? So yeah, easily, in my opinion, the best One Piece figure there is. I'm gonna say it. Now, I'm gonna tend to Riley. We're gonna talk about accessories. I'll be right back after these messages. Now, because Riley was Rileying, wasn't much I could do about that, but now that I've opened up every door in the house, he will still me out. So, real quick, let's be real though. Like, I already said this is probably the best one, at least in my opinion, the best One Piece figure, but I'm gonna sit here and say, I do think that. I really do. Now, as far as accessories, we get a ton of stuff. As you saw earlier, we do get a soft goods jacket. I'm gonna go over that first. It's wired, it's beautiful, and it's simple. It's wired throughout here, and it holds form really beautifully. You will also get a scarf, which I haven't had a chance to use, but I do believe it is, oh yes, it is also wired. Ooh, yeah. So yeah, also wired scarf as well, and it's beautiful. Because it is white and my cats love wired things, I'm gonna put that back and hide that away. We will also get a bag. This will hang over the right shoulder with no issue. It will dangle a bit considering how you will move that arm around a lot, so please keep that in mind. As you saw earlier, I had some stuff on him, but let's talk about those faceplates. You will get a smiling faceplate. You will actually get a non-hatted head, and this is the faceplate for the, I guess, the open yelling mouth, right? It's really cool. You will get a Luffy faceplate. This is a bonus Luffy faceplate for your Luffys. You will get an eating/snoozing face, which I find this adorable and hilarious. And as you see here, I do have a smiling face. I do believe I have, oh yeah, I have one more faceplate to go over. That is going to be this plate. You'll actually get the grit teeth faceplate for Ace. Then, right, you saw earlier, we have our bracelet. That can be put right back on the wrist. You will get a set of closed fists. These come naturally on the figure. Obviously, I started this very impromptu. So yeah, you will get pointing fingers. Where did they go? Whoop. You will get 2 fire pointing fingers. You'll get pistol fire pointing fingers. Open palm flame hand for the left hand. You will get opened action hands. You will get 2 item holding hands. These are going to be for when you want to do the eating the meat one. And you will also get flame effects. So you will get a fire fist as well as another fire plate. So let's talk about these. Now, what's cool about these, and that's why I left these off, you will get a right fire fist, but you will get a way to cover it up so that way you can do it like this, like a fire vortex fist. If you have trouble getting it on, just stay with it, be calm, and I promise you, the ball joint is not as difficult as it seems. It will feel that way, but it's not. Mine's actually gives me some problems too, see? We're gonna talk about that last. There we go. So as you slowly fire it in, there you go with that fire fist. And you don't have to put both on, I just did it to show you. But yeah, I rotated the fist around the wing, but as you can see, we have our fire fist, right? Then with Ace, we have this thing, and this comes separate, where you are going to be able to take the head off. I'll get to that. Sorry, I'm having an ADHD moment. You will get another fire effect, which you can place on any hand, left or right. And it will have a port here where you can attach 2 different types of fire effects to it. One shorter and one longer. So if you want to just, this one where you place in the fist, then you have the smaller ball joint. And as you can see, we have that there. Now, the last thing that I didn't do was talk about his hat. So the hat is a little tricky at first because you're like, hey, this comes separately. Like, what am I supposed to do about this? Now, I'm going to show you. It comes like this in the box. And then you're trying to find out how you place the faceplate on. So it's faceplate on first. And then you will find grooves to slide in up top. And then we slide our hat on. Normally my hat stayed on, but I got the heat on, so it's really soft right now. So yeah, I think I've covered everything. I may have missed something because things did go flying all over the place. But yeah, I gotta say, like, yeah, I gotta say, this is my favorite One Piece figure. Like, and I didn't review a lot of them. I don't think I reviewed any of them, but I had to review this guy. So with all of that being said though, now I'm gonna break out my One Piece figures, the ones I have left and not in storage, and do a size comparison. So yeah, Ace is where it's at, bro. This is definitely where it's at. And now Buttermilk's yelling at me. Anyway, let's get to the size comparison. I'll see you guys in a bit. Now, let's begin the size comparison. Again, it's impromptu, so I don't have everything around me. I'm kind of in the middle of a lot going on right now, but I wanted to squeeze this in because it brought me much joy. Here we are with the Sentinel Ace. And as you can see, this held the standard for a really, really long time. And I gotta say the SHF wins here. And not because it's magnificently better, but because it made improvements on what I personally believe was probably the best Ace figure at the time. Shout out to my boy KJ who got me this as a gift, a birthday gift many moons ago. Then here we are with Luffy. That's time skip Luffy, but if you do pre-time skip Luffy, here we go. Right? Oh, I also have Sanji and Sabo, so let's do those two. You know, till this day, can't find out what I do with my Zoro. I might have sold it by accident, thinking it was just an extra. Here we are with Sanji. And then we're gonna do my main man, Sabo. I actually need to make Sabo stand up straight. I had him in a cool pose. So here we are now with Sabo. So yeah, I gotta say, man, this is really solid figure. Now, if you want to compare it to a few other things, here we are with a Mythic Legions and a Savage Crucible. And I think Ace actually stacks up pretty well with them. He's actually not that much smaller than them, like at all. So that's really, really nice if you want to compare those two. Next, we have a Mezco and we're going to do a Operation Monster Force. And we can see that Ace actually is pretty tall for a import figure, right? Oh, you know what? He wasn't gonna make an appearance this time, but I'm gonna drag him out because he was rested. Here we are with my main man, Ichigo. Always a pleasure to see you, brother. Glad to see you still sticking around. So yeah, this has been one of those things where, again, sparked a lot of joy. So I figured I'd share that joy with you. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that if you liked it, you continue to watch more. Trying to put that love and enthusiasm in everything I do. And I hope this applies to you. I hope it brings you joy. I hope it gives you inspiration. I hope it lets you know that toys are a hobby that should be enjoyed in the fullest degree. You should be enjoying your toys. So with that being said, thank you so much for everything. Take care of yourself. Take care of others. And as always, please, be good, do good, drink your water, guys. Later.